I've been live in like weeks. It has literally been weeks since I've been live. Okay, let's go and post in the Discord, get YouTube chat pulled up, and then we will be good to go. We're already in a key. I waited until we got a group formed before I hit go live. Oh, we're in. Okay. Not even time to get YouTube chat pulled up. Okay, it looks like might have some AFK people. But we are back. I have not played WoW in over a week. I've been out of the country even. And I can tell my game is lagging. I did not miss this dungeon one bit. I also haven't done a Mistweaver key in ages, like absolutely ages. Because it's been since I played Mistweaver in the series even. So, ooh, that is a lot of bolts coming my way. Yeah, once we get to like a short little break, I'll get YouTube chat pulled up. I'll check chat. Ooh, we lost someone. We might have some aggro issues. What's going on here? Kind of concerning, but that's okay. Ooh, the tank is faltering. It's okay. We're healing. Yeah, like I said, I have not done a Mistweaver key in many weeks. Many weeks. Whoa. But I haven't really played much since they released, or they, I guess, removed. Uh-oh, I just got evaded by the giant. Is this just like a fail because of bug? What is even going on, man? Yeah, someone's typing WTF. The Goliath is evading us. What a way to start the stream, man. What a way to come back to streaming. This is a beauty. Wow, how is the Goliath evading us? Did he like slip through the map or something? Oh, yikes. What a way to start. Okay, but that's okay. Now that gives me time to get YouTube chat pulled up. Yo, what's up, Go Wayne? What's up, Ceiling Panda? 2025. Oh, man. It has been so long since I've streamed Mistweaver Keys, but that is like... That is the best way to start a stream, I think. I mean, what do you do there? What do you do there when things are evading you? But let me just make sure that the stream is looking good, though. Let's see. We've got YouTube chat pulled up. Looks good on my end. Okay. But welcome back to the stream, guys. Yeah, like I said, I went out of the country for a week. A little over a week, actually. I was like... I wanted to stream while I was there, but like I didn't know anything to stream. Like every time that I was thinking, oh, I could like stream and just like chat and stuff, I was just hanging out with my family, and I was like, I don't know, I don't want to like step away from my family and go stream. Like they didn't want to be part of the stream or anything, so I just decided to wait and wait till I got back to hit go live again. But I noticed that like ever since the gear boost, like ever since you can now like unlimited upgrade your stuff, you see I'm like a little bit behind. Dude, everyone's gotten so much IO this past week. Like I went from like the rank 300 Mistweaver to like rank 1100 just in a week's time. Like pretty ridiculous. And we have a long way to go, a lot of pushing, and that was just I don't even know how to describe that last key, honestly. Don't even know how to describe it. But you guys are all... By the way, like, I've lifted the restrictions of the pug only, you know, like, when we were doing the All Healers 3K series. Like, if you want to come join a key, if y'all want to, like, tank it or DPS, y'all are more than welcome. Dude is a streaming addiction. I mean, you could call it that. A flustered gluck. Honestly, that's the best way to describe it, going. I mean, that was ridiculous, but that's okay. I mean... A 15 gambit, I don't think that gives us anything, right? I mean, hey, look, a 15 gambit will still give us, like, maybe 10 IO, but that's kind of pitiful. Kind of pitiful. But, dude, I'll be real with you guys. I have never experienced jet lag before until now. We had a 23-hour travel day. We left we woke up at 4 a.m., and we, at, local time in Italy, and we left our hotel at 5 a.m. for the airport, and then we landed at like I think 10 p.m. local time. So it was in total, we were awake for 24 hours straight. Um, but not awake, but like traveling. But dude, I've never experienced jet lag before. I literally, me and my wife, we were like, oh yeah, we can stay up tomorrow, or last night. We were like, yeah, we can stay up. Nope, we fell asleep at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and then woke up at 5 a.m. today. So I'm like, I'll stream as long as I can go, guys. But if I start falling asleep on stream, then I don't know. Y'all can just, if I fall asleep on stream, I give you guys full, um, I can't even think of the word. It's already hitting me. I'll allow you guys to say whatever you want in chat. Like the stream will become yours at that point. I'll just be here sleeping. Y'all can just like entertain each other with whatever you want to say in chat if I fall asleep. I feel like that's a fair deal, right? Yeah, surely we can stay up. Yeah, 100%. Surely, right? I mean, look, 6 p.m. Who falls asleep at 6 p.m.? What are we? Oh man, but it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Lots of pretty pictures and stuff. Hey, I'll just swap to just sleep. Is that a category? There's no shot. But also Ceiling Panda with Prime Sub. I appreciate you so much, Ceiling Panda. Oh man, one of the goats, if not the goat, arguably the goat. But is just sleeping a category? Let me look this up. There's just chat. Surely not, right? Just sleeping. Oh, sure. I'll get the hunter in here, maybe. Why not? Is just sleeping one? I don't see it. Okay, you had me going. Wait, sleep stream. Sleep stream is a thing. Literally, sleep stream. Is that a game? Oh, it's a game. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Could you imagine though if just sleeping was a Twitch category? I feel like it'd pop off. Honestly, it would absolutely pop off. If hot tub streams are like in high demand, there's no shot. Ceiling Panda's linking category. I'm only sleeping. No one's asleep here. This is a lot. Oh, there's definitely someone asleep in his feet. His grippers are on full display. That's insane. Why would you put the camera there? Why at that end of the bed? That is insanity. This is crazy. People are literally like Twitch partners by just sleeping. There's no shot. Yo, Brother Bear, sleeping stream. Oh god. Okay, don't get too excited. This will not become a sleeping stream on purpose. But people use it to showcase sleeping streams. Called that We're Only Sleeping, yeah. Dude, this is insane. So far, only a few people are sleeping in here, but it's crazy. But Brother Bear Sling Panda, thank you so much for welcoming me back to streaming with the Prime subs. I really appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Hopefully we can, start a little chain reaction of timed keys. Because I feel like people are timing like 20s and 21s. It's just been so long since I've done keys on this character. I think the category was made for subathon. Oh, okay. I wonder how many of these guys are doing subathons. Surely not. There's literally a Twitch. I'm not advertising or anything. There's a Twitch stream under the just sleeping thing with may contain sexual themes. I'm clicking on it. No, I'm kidding. But what on earth? Also, what the heck? Sorry, I'm so distracted at this point. There's a Kakashi Fortnite skin. Am I about to start playing Fortnite? Since when is Naruto in Fortnite? This is insanity. Yeah, okay. I see some people doing 24-hour streams, but for the most part, some people are literally just sleep streamers. Dude, what a gig. How do you get that? How do you get that job? Just a sleep streamer. Well, look, came crawling back. What's up, Gumshoe? It's weird seeing you on YouTube, chat, Gumshoe, but good to have you nonetheless. There might actually be some drops for Twitch. Let me check that. It's been so long since I've been here. Gotta freaking check on everything, man. Are there Twitch drops? Dude, I swear, like, all of the WoW streamers are streaming Fellowship again. I was gonna stream Fellowship. The whole trip I've been thinking about Fellowship, but then I was like, I'm gonna come back on I'll be able to stream on a Monday. I do need to get my vault done on this. Like, I need to at least get something from the vault each week, just until we kill Dementius. Which my guild, while I was away, they did kill Salad King, which is, you know, great for the guild. But I was like, oh man, I missed the kill because we've been progging on it for so long. You know, it's like those bittersweet things. Let's see, Twitch drops. Let's check that. Viewer rewards drops. Are there World of Warcraft drops? Probably not. I feel like if there's going to be drops, it's going to start on the 11th, which I did pre-order the freaking expensive edition of Midnight so that I can stream beta access. So if you are interested in some Midnight beta healer gameplay, I will be streaming that starting on the 11th. So me and Vlad are going to hopefully like just blast our series between now and the 11th. Is the plan to push Monk now? No, I mean, today's kind of like a, you know, shake it off, like, shake off the rust, get back into streaming kind of thing, just having fun, saying hey to you guys and stuff. Me and Vlad, we've gotten together and kind of been, like, talking about how our streams are going to go, and we're going to, you know, message after our stream today. How I think it's going to go is we're going to start our series on Wednesday. And we're going to have 2 streams, Wednesday and Thursday most likely, that are going to be like leveling streams. So we're going to start a new character. We're going to blast together. We're going to have fun, just like hang out with his chat, my chat. We're going to combine our chats. Well, on Twitch. I don't really know how to do it on YouTube. But we're going to combine our chats, just have fun gearing out the characters, kind of learning the ins and outs of our specs and stuff. And then the next stream, so Friday and then probably Monday, we're going to be blasting keys and pushing. He does like one of 2 different things. He either likes to push to where he gets his character to 2,500 for his series, or he likes to push his character to where he does all 10s. So we're going to aim for one of those 2 goals, which they're pretty equal, to be honest. That should, all 10s or 2,500, that should only be like 2 or 3 streams. So we might even stream on the weekend just to get it out of the way. That way we can really blast this little mini series before the beta starts. But yeah, basically between today is just like have fun day, which is playing Mistweaver. From here until the beta, it's probably going to be me and Vlad doing our little push series. Fellowship's pretty good. They got a Halloween event going for skins and mounts. I saw the little dude that I've been playing, the little priest guy, has like a ghost skin, which is pretty sick. Hey, Great Sanchez. Great Sanchez. What did I just say? The Great Cheese, which is a much better name. The Great... Dude, I ate so much cheese on this trip. But y'all got AOTC. That is amazing. Good stuff. Congrats to your guild. Are y'all planning on doing any further pushing, or are y'all gonna keep killing Dementius every week, or is it just like you got there, y'all are done, see you next tier kind of thing? Because I think my old guild would do that, where it's like you just push till you get AOTC, then everyone kind of like log off, and you know, that was kind of where the season ended for that guild. I'm curious what y'all's future plans are. Also, my game always lags so bad on this first pool, so I've gotten to the habit where I just spin and crane kick. It's not a good habit, but I think if I were to like go into higher keys where I would want to not spin and crane kick here, I would definitely need to like just, whenever I come into Gambit, just crank down my settings and stuff. That way, hopefully it doesn't lag. But now the lag sessions should be over. Yeah, it has been ages since I've done some Mistweaver pushing, so it's nice to get back into the groove. Yo, what's up, Nerdies? Good to see you. How are y'all doing? Fellowship's pretty good. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I got a healer and a DPS to Adept. That is awesome. I think... So I beat... Before I went on vacation, I beat Cithrell's Fall. And then since then, I've only done like 2 dungeons. So I'm still not too far into it. I'm like... To the point where like I really do want to play it. So I'll probably keep playing Fellowship in my off time. But just the timing. I feel like WoW, like World of Warcraft, really was feeling the pressure with Fellowship releasing. So they must have like chosen the date of November 11th for the beta. kind of like with the pressure on him, like we should probably do it sooner rather than later to keep the viewership in WoW's category, you know? So, you know, as a streamer, I'm like, I really do want to play more Fellowship, but like, I don't know if it's just, I don't know if I'll be able to. I feel like last week was kind of like the big Fellowship week, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe like after beta or once beta starts dying down, then I'll get back into Fellowship, and by then I'll probably have like passively grinded my characters up, just like off stream and stuff. But I just don't know if I'll be able to like stream Fellowship much. And also, I don't think many people really wanted me to be honest. You know, I was reading all his chats and stuff, and went back and rewatched the VOD a bit, like while I was on the plane. And I could tell, like, there were a lot of people who were like, oh man, you're streaming this game, like, I don't want to watch this, and I get it. I definitely do get it. Plus, I did make a video on Fellowship while I was gone, kind of talking about my thoughts, and, like, I still think it's a fantastic game. It's really just a timing thing. And I'll admit, I'm much more excited to do a series with Vlad, ooh, this is awkward, than to play more Fellowship, to be honest. We're still pushing for some peeps that were away for the kills. Oh, that is good. That's really good. It's cool that your guild is allowing you to do that. So yeah, my guild killed Nexus King, and I think that was our last week of reclear. So I don't know if I'm going to end up getting the Nexus King kill. I'm hoping that my guild goes back and, like, after we get cutting edge, like, we might do, like, 1 or 2 more reclears after that. But, you know, it really depends on how quickly we can kill Dementius. And for what I've heard, Dementius is not a joke, man. Dementius is kind of crazy. Especially to heal. But I do want to, I 100% want to be a Chi-Ji kill on Dementius. One of the few. Which was the plan on Salad King. You know, we were progging it the whole time I was playing Chi-Ji. And I was solo healing one of my, like, the platforms. You know how, maybe you haven't seen it, but for those that have, you kind of split the raid in half, and half of you go to one side, half go to the other. Well, we were 3 healing the boss, and we were sending the other 2 healers to one platform, and then myself to one. And I was solo healing the platform with a Chi-Ji, and, like, I was cranking and stuff, doing big damage too. But yeah, I'm much more happy that my guild killed the boss than, you know, delaying a week so that I could get the achievement. This pack's always so annoying as Mistweaver. I forgot how annoying it was. We hate Salad Bar here. He was a pain. Yeah, he definitely is a pain for sure. He was definitely the most, like, crazy boss when we were all, like, testing on the beta and stuff. Like, I was like, dude, I don't know how this boss is gonna work. He was definitely a bunch of chaos. Yeah, I should get some IO for this key. It won't be a lot, but hopefully we time it. That way we can get our key back to a 16 and actually start getting some nice IO. Because it always feels so bad when you only get... Ooh, I gotta disable K's MRT notes. Oops. That's why you see that big Yulon icon up there. But it always feels so bad when you time a key and you only get like 4 IO for it. Like, just a big feels bad. But really, this is just going to come down to time cap and hook tail. That's what this dungeon always does. Yo, what's up, Shawnee? Very good to see you. Haven't played since March through April. Missing Mistweaver. How is it in the current meta? So the meta just kind of took like this big... The meta just like imploded. And what I mean by that is they just opened up the season to where like everyone can just farm infinite crests and like upgrade their gear infinitely. So really the meta's kind of like in this weird state where like everyone just pushed what they thought was the meta, but now that everyone's top gear, like what I'm trying to say is like a lot of the top Mistweavers did not push on their Mistweaver. They just decided to push on their like Druid or Shaman because that's just what they could get the most gear on, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really say, but I do think Mistweaver's like, it's definitely a sleeper pick this tier. I think there's quite a few sleeper picks just because the two resto specs got so much hype that it seemed like everything else was bad. But really, I don't think Mistweaver's bad at all. I think it's definitely very solid this tier. The problem with Mistweaver is that you're kind of like, you're kind of sharing your role with. Oh, someone turned into the wrong thing. That's a yikes. Is that what happened? Does it just one-shot you? Never knew what happened there. But you're kind of fighting with Brewmasters, which are really good, and Windwalkers are actually pretty good this tier too. So you're fighting for like the monk role in physical comps with them. So, but you know, all that to say, I do think Mistweaver's good. I just think that there was a broken healer this tier in Resto Druid, and it kind of just really just overshadowed everything else, to be honest. We gotta pair that guy. Pop our trinket. Oh, don't hit me. Oh no. Oh, I saw the edge of this circle right here, but apparently it extended like underneath this little thing on the ground. That sucks. Do I wait for a rest? Oh, do I wait for them all to go through? I feel like that's a thing. Once they all go through, it just ports me to them, right? Now I feel like I take it, or is that fake? Is it going to spawn me at the very start? Can't imagine first phase healing requirements on Mythic. Good lord, that's got to be crazy. The thing about like the first phase in Mythic, the healing wasn't that crazy. Yeah, okay. That is a thing. Nice. It wasn't actually that crazy. It was more of like a mechanics check. Like the first phase of Salabar was kind of wild mechanics wise. I'm going to put down a ROP so that my tank can kite while I run over here and start RP. And then now that I'm back, I can do one of these. I can soothe one of the big guys if I want to. So I'll soothe this one. There we go. Man, I miss playing Mistweaver, man. It's so fun. What do you think of Alpha Mistweaver right now? Any wishes? Oh, man, it's just so early to say. I definitely do. I will be making a lot of stuff on that Narrative like once I get into the beta. But it's really hard to know until you like get in and actually kind of mess around with it yourself. Many gaffers have been itching to get back into it. Sounds good still. Mistweaver and Disc Priest were the two I played a lot as a new player. Super, super fun. Yeah, I mean, Mistweaver still like does a lot of what you probably love about Mistweaver. It just does all the same stuff. But I will say Disc Priest is like, I really did think that Disc Priest was going to have a really good showing this tier because everyone was like, oh my god, oh man, there's just so much damage going out. The build with like the Void Weaver build was crazy and stuff, but really I feel like I was really disappointed with the numbers that Disc Priest has put up. Like obviously like I said, the two resto specs are just going crazy. We need a stun and ROP and help the guy kite. Once these Super Saiyans go off again, we're gonna ROP. Yeah, I was really, really disappointed in Disc Priest. I thought they'd, you know, at least make a showing at the top end. I'm just going to go ahead and Chi-Ji for the shield on the mage. And get into the Chi-Ji cycle for this pool. I might regret not having Chi-Ji on this boss, but really, only if the boss goes poorly. Yeah, like I said, I think the meta was kind of just warped from those two healers being, like, actually broken. Especially Resto Druid. Resto Druid, like, legit is just, like, head and shoulders and Mythic Plus above the other healers. I don't really think there is a bad healer this tier, to be honest. I was talking about the first phase of Dementius. Oh, yeah, I mean, we have an Evoker, so I know a lot of guilds that don't have an Evoker struggle, you know what I mean? Because they're crazy. They're just a busted healer right now in Raid. But we have an Evoker. He is one of the best Pres Evokers in the world, like, hands down. One of the best players that I've ever seen in this game, honestly. So I definitely think we're, that's box number 1 ticked. But yeah, I don't know. I just have to get in and see. I have to watch a bunch of VODs and stuff because my guild has had like at least like half of a raid of Prague. But, I was out of town, so I'd missed that Prague. Come on, tank. Putting a lot of responsibility on you. I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse magic and dispel just to make it super clean. Yeah, we need to restack. Uh-oh. Yeah, we had 2 people lagging behind. Kind of a bad Chi-Ji, but I've done much worse. So we had to hard carry pretty bad. Oh. I think what killed us is my Holy Priest and a Holy Paladin were the only ones hitting HPS over 3 million. Oh, man, that does suck. Not, like, suck in numbers. I just mean that, like, stinks for a stat. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if only a Holy Priest and a Holy Paladin are the ones, like, cranking heals. That's rough. I might have to revival here. Yeah, I pop my shield trinket to shield everyone, then I popped revival. I need to just, like, stack with someone. So we gotta bait the walkers. This is really bad. Oh, no. Alright. It's 2%. It's okay. We did it. Not even close. I don't get it. Disc is solid. I've been loving the 4-piece for Oracle. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is I think, like, all the healers are good. But if you look at... maybe I can pull it up in time for me to actually load into this next zone. But if you look at, like, the top 100 dungeon healers... They're legitimately, like, I'm not even over-exaggerating, they are all resto specs. Either Druid or Shaman. And maybe that's just because that's what people, were only inviting and stuff. But, like, really, no. It's because those two are, like, that much just... They're literally in the S+ tier, you know what I mean? Especially resto Druid, I would say. Oh, someone's saying just focus the mini-boss. That's interesting. Oh, maybe he's just saying because he's going to chain pull, like, just stay on this guy. I'm going to go ahead and lightning, so I see a bolt going off. It's so weird when you step away from the game for, like, 2 weeks, then you come back to it. Like, I'm trying to, like, remember, not just, like, all the mechanics, but, like, my character and stuff, and, like, all the little ins and outs, and, like, min-maxy things, and, It's kind of interesting. It's fun to see, like, what all's muscle memory, But yeah, I definitely think Disc is solid. Disc can do some crazy damage, too, for a healer. Especially, well, only Void Weaver. But really, in high-end keys, you just don't need your healer to do damage. Because, like, a crazy amount of damage from a healer is, like, 1/10 of what a good DPS can do. You know what I mean? So you'd rather just play a super safe healer and let your DPS do all the DPS. Unfortunately, that's what you're looking at when you're talking about the meta, is those top-end keys. And it just at this late into the season, with this few people actually pushing keys, it just trickles down. Like, you're really only looking at that top number. Because have any of you guys been doing keys this week? I feel like I'm the only one doing keys. I did, like, a key earlier before I went live, like, way earlier this morning, and I legit sat in queue for, like, 10 minutes before the first DPS even queued up. It was, like, I've never seen that. And I definitely do think it's because, like, is Legion Remix still going strong, or is it literally just Fellowship? You stopped after we got AOTC? I definitely feel that. You did 12? Okay, I know a lot of people are doing 12s. I guess that's kind of like the sweet spot this week, because that is how you get like your, that's how you're most efficient with your like crest farm and stuff. I know a lot of people are just playing for the crests. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how few people are playing the game right now. And oh, we lost to a bolt. Ooh, okay, so we have a mage, we have a hunter. Do I just soak? Do I just suck it up and soak? I think so. I don't even know what I was saying. I know it's literally mid-sentence, and then I just like started thinking about the next boss. Sorry about that. But yeah, I can't tell. Like, I haven't really done any Legion remix. I haven't had the time to play Legion remix, which is a big shame because I do want to get all of the like housing. Do you call them transmog? Is it housing transmog? Is that a thing? Like all those like little decorations. That's what it is. I definitely want to farm all of them. I just don't have the time. But is it still going strong? I think that I just say that I'll soak. I will soak. There. It's said. It's done. Since I'm soaking, what I like to do on Mistweaver is if I soak, I like to save my Thunder Focus Teas for while I'm soaking, because they're a pretty nice like backup plan for some AoE healing when you're playing Master of Harmony. I'm gonna touch a death that guy, that way my Crackling Jade Lightning does more damage. No. Just gonna Chi-Ji. Oh, because I was literally about to roll, but I saw him kind of inching in, and I was like, I'll hold on to it. But I like to save my Thunder Focus Teas for that. Like, we literally have 10 minutes left. I don't need my aspect damage, right? Like, my aspect damage doesn't mean anything. So I would much rather just have it as like a heal that I can press on the move, you know? Just a instant enveloping mist. Welcome to Twitch. Is this your first time streaming MCS Power? Yeah, welcome in. My name's ElvenNinja7. I just started streaming today. I'm trying out this new spec called Mistweaver Monk. Apparently, it's all about feet, which is perfect for me. Well, y'all don't know me, but once you get to know me, you'll learn that, dude. That's what we do here. This is a feet stream, and okay, Hunter, buddy. Stressing me out. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. Just ignore it. Please. I beg. Ooh. Definitely. Oh, that was close. I almost didn't hit mine. I don't even know what's going on. Do I just let the hunter get it? The thing is, like, I've communicated that I'll get it. So, like, I'm afraid that if I just, like, leave it up to him, he'll kind of just wait for me to go get it and stuff. But if we keep doing what we're doing now, you know, I'm going to attempt to get it. I'm just going to let the hunter get it, honestly. He's over there. You got it. You got it, buddy. I don't have Chi-Ji just yet. Man, it is just so much easier when someone gets it for you. Going Shayloons. Get these Tiger Palms off. Easy peasy. Yeah, MCS Power. First time streaming. What year is it, by the way? That was like the perfect time to start my channel. Oh, God. This is bad. I'm going to pop a defensive. Yes, me and him both went for the same one. Okay, shout out to a defensive. That was horribly played by me. But honestly, The boss takes 99% less damage, so I don't really know why the rogue is like min-maxing his damage. But the rogue is the highest IO player in here, so maybe, you know what, I'll take the blame. 100%. Just trust in them. And now that the guy is soaking for me, I should definitely be using my Thunder Focus Keys like way more aggressively. Hunter, you are making me nervous, man. Yep. Saw that one coming. Min-max the damage. Min-max it. Okay, I'll definitely hang back for this one. Ooh, that last second movement. Dude, I miss playing Mistweaver. It is just the coolest thing in this game, man. It is just the coolest thing. Oh, God. No, I was kidding. Not a foot stream. If you came here for the feet, I don't know what to tell you. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. Wiped on this on a 19 when 2 people got hit by the fragmentation. Oh, Kira. Kira, I saw you on the leaderboards. Hell yeah. Kira Swirl. 3,500 IO. Yeah, I stalked you. No, I was like checking out the leaderboards just to see how far people had pushed while I was gone. And I recognized a name, and it was you. You were the only person I recognized. Well, you know, from the stream. Rest of Shaman is dull. I definitely think Farseer's a little lame. Rogue beat the Hunter to Rob. The Rogue was like very high IO. The Hunter was like 3150. He had like 400 IO on the Hunter, I think. So I definitely expected it to happen. I don't push on Mistweaver Cry. Oh, do it. I'm telling you. It's really fun. Yeah, I hit 3,500 during lunch. Dude, Kira, that is amazing. You were doing unreal. Very good job. But that definitely is like the worst way to wait. People getting hit by the fragment. So sad. So sad. Ooh, okay. We got an Arakara. I feel like there's something that I like to do on Mistweaver and Arakara. It has just been so long. I feel like there's like a talent change that I like to do. What could that be? I don't know. Maybe I already have that talented that I'm looking for. What would I do? Like, what's different? Maybe Uplifted Spirits for the more revivals, maybe? What's the IO at now? I haven't... This is like the first time I've done a key rob in like weeks trying to get IO. So it is very low. I kind of want Rick Swanson. What a name. The IO is 3248. But Rob, if you are off work right now, I would love to get some Rob action in here for sure. Ooh, a warrior prot warrior. Is prot warrior still good? Oh my god, this guy literally has a 12 aura card. He has legit just been like avoiding this dungeon like the plague. I don't blame him. I've been sick for a while, so I haven't managed to play much. Kira, I hope you're starting to feel better. Hopefully it's not like a serious sickness and it's just like a minor chest cold, but I know even a minor chest cold can be the worst thing ever. Like 100%. Okay, let's see. Let's get... I don't even know what's good in this dungeon. I would love a shaman, but I have not seen any... I think I did one key. The one key I did before stream, I had a shaman in it, but other than that, I haven't seen like a non-healer shaman in weeks. And months. Sorry, I gotta bounce. Have a good one. If you need something, let me know. Ceiling Fan, I appreciate you so much. I really, eventually, I want to make like at least a short. If you're still here, I want to make a short on your Minecraft thing. If you would allow me to, because that is like too cool to not showcase, you know. Welcome back. Hope the trip was fun, Vicar. It was so fun, but I'm good. I'm glad to see you, Vicar. But yeah, we took too many pretty pictures, and by we I mean my wife. She like when we first met, she was like practicing photography and stuff, and I don't. But she like flexed those muscles again on this trip. My wife is like an insane photographer, and she has this like really cool camera that takes like kind of vintage looking pictures, and her pictures came out unreal. Unreal. Don't push at all. Not good enough to push. Oh, Nerdies. Highly doubt. Highly doubt. The warrior asked if I knew this mage. He said he only has 166 IO, or is it glitched? I'm pretty sure that's a glitch, right? I feel like this guy had some good IO. Or did I invite the wrong person? I feel like this guy was much higher than that, right? Do I have some kind of add-on that'll let me see? I should have one, right? How do I see this guy's IO? I don't know. Okay. We're going to Arakara. I feel like all 18s to 19s should be free DPS. Well, I think so too, Rob. I feel like if you, me, Bob, and like any competent tank and any third DPS could definitely get some grind going. Get up to 18, 19s for sure. Let's see. Where's the foot tag? Oh god. Not today. Hit 5 mil on a couple attempts, which I was excited about. That is awesome. Great cheese. You said you were Holy Priest, right? Dude, Holy Priest looks so much fun to raid heal. Looks like a lot of fun. Okay, let's go import to Arakara. Man, I have not done this dungeon on this character in a very, very long time. Hopefully this goes well. Thanks, appreciate it. Hopefully more gains before reset, but probably the big numbers will be next week. That's what I'm thinking too. Maybe I like grind out while I'm not streaming. Maybe we grind out some Mistweaver off stream next week, and even a little bit on stream before me and Vlad get to our thing. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be. I think we're gonna start our thing on Wednesday. We haven't like confirmed it for sure, but I just know he can't stream on Mondays. I don't stream on Tuesdays, so I would think we would start on Wednesday, but all of that will be announced on the Discord for sure. But look, I'm gonna be playing a DPS character. He's gonna be playing a healer. I know a lot of you guys probably, except for maybe Rob, a lot of you guys probably don't care at all to watch a DPS character. Like, you only want to watch healers because you play healers, and I get that. But if that's your mindset, trust me, I'm there with you. However, watching me play a DPS will be like it's kind of it's not like watching a DPS play DPS. You're going to be watching a healer try to learn what the DPS world is like. So I think it's going to be a fun series. I hope that you guys all stop in and at least check it out. Maybe it'll be more for you than you think. But I definitely am excited to do it. The last time I did a serious DPS key, and by serious I mean like I was actually trying to get IO on a DPS character, was before I even started playing Mistweaver. So if you date that back to the start of this channel, it was even before then. Yeah, I did some Windwalker keys way back when, so that's it. DPS will be too easy for you. Imagine playing with zero stress. I mean, look, I agree. I think DPS is going to be super easy. We're going to show everyone that... I've already done a ready check. Not only is DPS the easiest class or role, no offense, Rob, but actually full offense, but I'm going to be the best. I'm just going to be the best. Will you have to redo or remake your weak ores for Midnight using Blizz's default weak ores, or will you be able to carry over? I don't know if weak ores are going to even be a thing. At least since the last time I heard, weak ores are not going to be a thing in Midnight. They said they're not going to like implement weak ores in Midnight. Where are we going to? We might be stopping here. Nope, Warrior's leaping. Okay. And he's going all the way to the mini boss. Good to know. I'm going to be on this attendant here. I'm just going to go ahead and kick it in. I've already lost the attendant. Okay, we're back. But, once the beta opens up on the 11th, which is when They're opening it to whoever can get in. And I did, you know, I still don't have like any invite privileges from Blizzard, but I did purchase the really expensive Epic Edition of Midnight so that I can get some early beta access. But once that opens up for everyone, I will be like streaming it, and I will be tinkering around. Let's go and leg sweep. I'm also going to revival here, which kind of sucks. Oh, also I forgot to swap to Uplifting Spirits, but we should be okay. But I will be like tweaking my UI and trying to get it all pretty and fancy on the beta. And that's going to be like the best indicator of what it's going to look like. Also, we have a barrage going off way over there. Let's go and pop our trinket. Please don't be in the frontal. Ugh, I'm literally hiding on the edge of the map. Dude, literally what spec other than Monk could have done that just now? You're going to judge every click I make? That's the goal. I want you guys to. I want to become the best DPS player that has ever touched this game. It's a pretty low bar, right? Because how hard could DPS be? DPS is just healer, but like easy, you know? If you think about it. So, but that's the goal, is just become the best. I'm going to Shaylins here and pop it offensive. I have leg sweep, I have Rop. But like, I want you guys to like feel free to backseat coach me during this, especially if you've played a DPS spec or you've played. I'm gonna be playing. I think I'm still going with Frost Death Knight. If you've played that and have any tips or anything, but the thing is, I'm not gonna watch a guide. I'm gonna try to like self-teach or at least use, you know, have you guys teach me too. I'm gonna pop Chi here. It feels really bad, but I'm getting bolted. We also have infinite poisons out. We don't have a shaman. And plus, they've nerfed this mini boss so many times that like you don't really need Chi for it. I'm saving my Dispel for once someone gets 2 stacks. Welcome back. Hope the break was good. Nice area. It was. We had a lot of fun. Very good bonding time with my in-laws. So basically the main reason that we went on this trip was it was my father-in-law's 60th birthday, and my wife, I spent so much time just talking to him on the trip that my wife has like most of her pictures have both me and him just sitting there talking in it. So it was just like such a good time for family, you know. But I'm happy to be home. There's nothing better than sleeping in your own bed, especially because the last hotel that we stayed in had, I kid you not, the worst bed. Every single day I'd wake up and it felt like 6 bones were broken. Like, that's how bad this bed was. So super happy to be home, super happy that I went, just happy to be back streaming. Good luck in the key. I'm off to LFG. Well, hey, good luck, Kira, in your plus 60s, whatever you're working on right now. But good to see you. First night back at home is chef's kiss. Yeah, we showered. We didn't unpack anything. We just showered and just got in bed. I think the first night back was 2 nights ago. I think we got home at like 6:30 and we're already asleep, like showered and asleep at 7. So yeah, we were out. And then last night we fell asleep even earlier at 6. And tomorrow night I have raid at 8 p.m. So I'm like, I think tonight I'm just going to have to force myself to stay up like way past what I'm used to these past few nights, because gotta be awake for raid, right? The last thing I want to do is fall asleep mid-pool in my raid on Dementious, on Mythic Dementious. That would be super embarrassing. I'm just thinking about that. That'd be so embarrassing. I did back in my old guild, like back before I took raiding like super seriously, and I don't even know if we were pushing AOTC back then, but it was season 1 of Shadowlands. So that guild, of course, every guild got AOTC. Every guild that stayed intact all through Shadowlands, you got AOTC eventually, right? Because that season lasted so long. When I was in that guild, there were some nights where I would just like take a nap and sleep through raid, or like accidentally fall asleep before raid. But then again, that guild did raid at like my midnight basically. So Some days I would just fall asleep before midnight, you know? Yeah, there's nothing better than the first night back from a long trip. Hopefully, in a plus 16 key, everyone knows to stack. Yikes. Oh, yeah, this is big time a wipe. Yeah. I think do we just AFK at this point? Guy's having GG.
I simply wish you would last a little longer.
Saying, still got time, just reset. It's not really GG. At least we wiped like 10 seconds into the boss fight. Yeah, okay, no one's AFK. I mean, at least give it one more go. I feel like we're fine on time. Like, it's obviously it's a little close, but that sucks. That mage only did have 166 IO. Is that true? The mage was showing like I gotta go back and watch. The mage showed like 3,100. Right? I'm going back in the VOD from when I invited the mage. Let's see. We're gonna watch this together. How much IO did the mage? Yeah, see, it's showing 30 something hundred. He had 3,300. I don't. Very weird. Very weird. Looked him up on Radar. That can't be true. He had 3,300. No shot he only had 166 IO. No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I mean, he was doing like okay damage for to have 166 IO. I feel like he had 3,300. And it's bugging. Surely. He also had 724 gear. See, look, this is the same guy. 3,301 IO. Right? I gotta see where we're getting this from. Give me a second. Let me go on Radar IO. Maybe he like has grinded all day today, like gotten all of his IO in one day, and then it just hasn't updated yet. Maybe. Okay, I see there's a area. Okay, so that is him. I can't speak. I feel like this is just a bug. He did it 13 hours ago. I'm guessing that he's getting all of his IO in a day. And it just hasn't. Because look, 13 hours ago he did a +2. And then I think he's done all these keys today. And it just hasn't updated yet. So if we update, let's search him. I bet if we scan, it'll show that maybe he's a streamer or something. He's been playing all day. But that's crazy. That is insanity. If that's the case, that is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Radar IO does say 166, but I feel like this guy literally has just been like no-lifing all day today. And that's why. What happened? I blinked and you depleted. Something killed the mage as we pulled like some mobs into the first boss. Something killed the mage. I don't even know what. Like maybe a bolt or something. And then like everyone kind of stood still as the boss ad spawned, and they just like walked into the boss. Like no one was paying attention to that or something. What a gamer to go from 160. I mean, yeah. Could be a realm transfer. That's true. It could be. Or faction. See, I've never done this, so I don't really know what it is. So, okay, scan complete. So let's see. Let's go and refresh to. Surely. Surely it's a realm change. I don't know how realm changes affect everything, but I would think it's a realm change. Yeah, because I mean, this guy's been playing. Let's see if we go back to like October 28th, maybe. Maybe he had a different realm? Like a different name or something? Transferred or renamed. Okay, yeah. Frostonita, and now he's Frosto Rip. So yeah, they just name changed. How was your vacation? It was good. It was definitely good. I'm still a little jet lagged, Rob. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to stay awake for raid tomorrow. But I am not yet fully ready for Demi. But I definitely do plan to prep in the next what, like 20? How many hours? 29 hours. I'll be nice and vodded up in time. But how much time did y'all have on the boss? Like, how quickly did you kill Salad King? Kira, you're always right. I swear. The thing I've never like name changed or done any of that. Actually, I have name changed. I literally have done this character, but like I've never paid attention to how it affects that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean that would have been crazy though. I was rooting for the guy to have gone from 166 to 3,300 in a day. That would have been sick. 50 pools. Oh my god. Dang. So y'all have progged all of P1. Oh yikes. I do not want to be the cause for us to have to literally reprog that. So yeah, I'll definitely be studied up, Rob. I hate that. Like if someone is like not there for a raid and they miss like X amount of prog on a boss and they show up and then your whole guild has to reprog that X amount, like I don't want to be the cause of that. So I'll definitely study up. Who was healing? What did like Mesh heal or something or now join us Spec Mindy P, Shao Mistrap, and Tiger Palm Away. Why Mindy P? What does mending proliferation do for our Mythic Plus build? Am I just sleeping on that? Alright, let's get Freut in here. This dungeon's like so much easier when you have a shaman. Oh, I do, before I forget, ooh, a warrior. Barbarian. Okay. Interesting name. I do want to swap to Uplifting Spirits. I don't really need Energizing Brew, let's be real. See, I'm going to swap for this dungeon. Oh, it's for the burst ramp healing window? So, like, it's just so that you don't have to blanket the whole party in Enveloping Mist? Is that what it is? Because I've considered going Focused Thunder for kind of that same reason, just to kind of, like, burst out more Enveloping Mist quicker. But is Mending Proliferation just so that you don't have to hit the whole party? You do 3 times. Thunder Focus, Rising Psychic twice, then Tiger Palm for 2 set. It can. Oh. See, that's it. That's one of those talents that like I'll talent into it and rave, but I've never even tinkered with it in Mythic Plus, dude. I'm not against it though. That does sound sick. If you can double dip on your Enveloping Mist, that is a little stupid, actually. Like legitimately stupid. Anyone playing Russian Windkick caster build and keys nowadays? I don't think so. I mean, I like to. Like, I definitely do think it's fun in some dungeons, Arakara being one of those, because you can just, like, play a caster build and then go Dance of Chiji, and I love Dance of Chiji in this dungeon. But it is just, I don't know, it's just not really a full, you don't really have the full support for a build like that, in my opinion. Muya / Shamrocked on my side. Okay. We killed Nexus King by like 7:30 on Tuesday. Oh no. I mean, that's awesome for you guys. Dang, dude. I wanted that kill. That 7% wipe will haunt me forever. Crap prog since Scott wasn't ready. Oh, okay. I mean, Scott can only be so ready, you know. He literally hard carries the guild. Um, I just read ahead, Rob. Hold on. Then Thursday, basically all the prog was done that night. Decadence was healing left with Nico. Okay. I mean, yeah, Nico, his spec's so broken on that fight, he can literally solo heal if he wanted to. But now I'm glad Decadence got to heal. I know Decadence loves healing, so I'm glad he got to. Cause I was thinking that we would have Decadence as our sixth healer or our fifth healer on the Hunters, but we went Mesh instead. So it's very interesting. Whenever I do homework keys, I try to make heal checks with just Enveloping Mist ramping like that. Hit 5.3 million HPS sustained on Swamp Face, no cooldowns. Yeah, it's disgusting. But I've never even known about double dipping Min DP. That's a fun way to call it. Very interesting. I kind of want to try it now because I really do lean heavily on like Enveloping Mist Tiger Palms on the first boss, especially here. So maybe we just YOLO. Let's see. So you're saying go full on Shao-Ao's lesson. I like going Shao-Ao's lesson, but Shao-Ao's, and then you said. So do you just straight up drop Legacy? It's got to be Legacy, right? I mean, it's got to be Legacy. Where else would you get that point? You clearly don't drop anything. I'm looking. I feel like it's got to be if you're going Shao-Ao's, you're using Shayluns for the buff, and really, like you don't really need Shayluns for healing. Is this what you go? Shaylun's gift becomes just straight up a buff. Okay. I mean, I'm all for the spice, man. I feel like this isn't even spice. That sounds. If that double dips, that's crazy. That is crazy. No Legacy, you skip it. Yeah, we skip that. Put it into Mist Wrap. Oh, see, I already had Mist Wrap. This is what I'm rocking with. I'm only going Uplifted Spirits for this one dungeon because we don't have a Shaman. I feel like it just makes the Poison Bolts easier in the first part. Because you can revival the first pool early if you need to, and then revival like somewhere in this thing. Mana intensive though, so consider an energizing brew. You know what? I am straight up a hater of rapid diffusion nowadays. I guess you do need to take it for Shaylin. That sucks a lot. You have to put the full 2 points. And if you could go 1 point rapid diffusion, I feel like that'd just be so much better. Just looked at your PC specs on the Twitch page. You still use a Ryzen. I feel like that's out of date. Is there some way I can pull up my specs on my computer? Let's see. Apparently we can't summon the tank. Oh, okay. He's pending. Let's see. Might take a try or two to get used to the strength is in ramping 5 to 6 seconds before the damage event. I mean, I literally do that same ramp already, but I was just doing 4 enveloping mists on the squishies. But now I just have to do like 3, which is fine. Renewing Mist. Chi Harmony also ramps. Yeah, the healing amping. Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, that's true. I guess that you don't want to be hard casting a Renewing Mist. But yeah, I mean, you would if you could in theory, if you could only put a point into Rapid Fusion, it would accomplish the same thing because you would get a Renewing Mist for 3 seconds, and then you could extend it to 6 seconds. So you would have a 6-second Chi Harmony anyways. It wouldn't be the full Chi Harmony, but it'd be enough, you know. Ramp looks like this. Envelop Mist 2 or 3 times. Thunder Focus Tea, Rising Sunkick, Renewing Mist on whoever. Rising Sunkick, and then spam Tiger Palm. Okay, I mean, I basically do that. I just don't like... I don't like the Renewing Mist. And I'll probably just Tiger Palm instead. Oh my god. Okay, so the mage said route question mark. The tank said follow my ass, please. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's a good route. I like that one. Let's click our Chi wings. Let's do it. Let's ready check. I feel like I've upgraded from the 2600. Maybe not. I don't know. Rob, look, we're cheap around here. I buy what I can afford, you know. Um, so if my specs are low, it's because I'm not I can't get more, you know. Renewing Mist depends, like I said, your shaman doesn't have renewing Mist. It's worth putting it on, but if it's like a DK or tank yourself or yeah DH or something. I mean, normally I would just Tiger Palm anyways. Waiting on a tank and LG, so I'm yapping. Meanwhile, I believe on you. Oh man, the tank wait is always the worst. But I appreciate you, Kira. I'm excited to try this. I've never known Mindy P can double dip. That's crazy. All right, so the tank leapt here. Hunter has aggro on something. Okay, so we're stopping here, I'm guessing, or what on earth? I shouldn't have kicked. The tank literally said he was going to kick. Okay, that's my bad. I'm going to watch out for that attendant. Why'd the tank say help me kick? I would think he would say don't help me kick. Okay, now that we're killing the mini boss, I'm gonna go ahead and tag this guy over here. Okay, that was just a super awkward way to pull this, but we're fine. Yeah, like in these keys, like you don't really need to like do crazy ramps on these pools. I don't want to save my Shayloons. I'm going to Shayloons at the start of this next pool, then go crazy. That's the plan. All right, see, I guess we're still a minute on our revival. But we have like everything up. Honestly, we have Chi up, everything. So maybe the uplifted spirits isn't good. Maybe that's something that I tried early in the season. Oh, I had 3 stacks there. I might have tried that earlier in the season and found that it's not up in time. Or maybe I just revivaled a little late. On that first revival, because it's already down to 20 seconds. Like the more you rising sun kick, the more you're shaving time off of that. But yeah, now we're kind of to the point where we don't need revival. Get one more stack of our Chi. All right, let's see the spice here. I mean, that is spicy, but I feel like I'm still not seeing the power of Mindy P yet. Maybe it'll be on the boss where I'll feel it. Oh, it's because I didn't Shayloons. Hold on. Now let's see. I feel like this only gets better the more haste you have too. You found a tank, good luck. Good luck to you as well, Kira. I feel like Arakara, when you pug it, it literally just comes down to, will you handle the first boss? Well, I'm just gonna just press. I'm just gonna stay on this guy and kick him in. I'm going revival just cause. Alright, let's do it again. Yeah, we're healing through all these barrages. Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. I just don't think there's enough of a healing requirement on these pools yet. I think we're going to have to wait until we get to that first boss to see the full potential of Mindy P. But I do wish that rushing wind kick was just more viable. I definitely think it suffered from that nerf that it got at the beginning of the season where they cut its damage in half. I do think that really hurt a caster build. Such a shit time. At second boss is Mistweaver and 14 keys. The second boss, really. I mean, it is kind of annoying being a melee, like having a melee kick and like relying on your group to handle the range kicks for sure. But other than that, I feel like you have really good tools. Like you can para from afar the ad. You can, if the cast does go off and they get rooted, you can Tiger's Lust them. Alright, let's do this. Let's do one of these. Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. Okay, that was without a Shayloons. Alright, Gonsper coming up. Just Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm, Tiger Palm. Easy peasy. Got alerting Shrill coming up. I have my shield ready, but Tiger Bomb, Tiger Bomb, Tiger Bomb. Doesn't look like everyone's stacking, but at least everyone's standing on this side of the boss, which is just kind of the other way that this can be okay. We got Gonsper coming up. I see now what you mean that this can be like more mana intensive for sure. Let's go and sip up. We don't have Energizing Brew, so it's a slow sip. I'm just going to Shayloons this one. I don't have 5-man Shayloons, but should be fine. I have Cocoon if I need it. And Revival. Okay, boss is at 40. I am just going to go ahead and Chi-Ji here. Just cause. I mean, gotta use it at some point. But we aren't taking so much damage where I need to use my Enveloping Mist, so I'm just going to sit here and keep damaging. And since this Shrill's coming up, now we can throw them out. Okay. Just gonna zap the boss down. We do have Shrill coming up, but shouldn't be a problem. I can just touch a death. But now we'll have Shayloon. Ooh, couldn't touch a death. I'll have Shayloons for this next pool, which is usually a pretty scary pool. We're chilling. Gotta go be an adult. Good luck with keys. Nice to hear you. I appreciate you stopping in. Good luck being an adult. I need to plug in my headset. It is beeping in my ear. I'm gonna AFK here. Hopefully the tank doesn't get one shot. Get some enveloping mist spread. Okay, I did just revival. Hopefully none of these volleys go off, because that is our anti-volley tool, but should be fine. Yeah, we should be good. I think why? Oh, what did I say? Yeah, more distance Mistweaver might be viable next. Yeah, 100%. I mean, they kind of noted in their like in the dev notes that they're gonna keep an eye on it. They don't want it to be more viable than traditional punch kick Mistweaver, because they said it was something in their notes about oh, what was it? It was the notes about like ancient teachings or something, but they left a little note in their dev notes saying like, we're gonna keep an eye on it. We don't want it to be more efficient than normal Mistweaver. So, but that doesn't mean that they both won't exist. I definitely think that it'll be fun to like try and push to be like the top caster Mistweaver in the world. You know, I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. Or I can do a series where next season I could push, or next tier I could push Caster Mistweaver and Fistweaver, like 2 different characters, push them both to like, I don't know, like 3,500 or something. That'd be fun. Yeah, definitely think it's going to be more viable than it is currently for sure. What that means, we still don't know, you know. Should definitely just be spinning here. Is it better to spam Tiger Palm when you got Harmony up, or do the normal Rising Sun Kick rotation? I mean, it really depends on the situation. If you can use your Harmony stacks as a cooldown, like straight up as a cooldown, I'll show you the little rotation here. You get some Enveloping Mist out, so like I'm gonna get 3 out, and then you Thunder Focus Tea, a Rising Sun Kick to extend those Enveloping Mists, and then do a second Rising Sun Kick, and now I'm just Tiger Palming, and like this literally is healing as much as like Chi-Ji would. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing so much healing. If you do that, if you get all those hots out and all those healing modifiers out, then your Tiger Palms are doing so much healing. But like, normally, like right now, outside of big damage, you just want to be cycling your Rising Sun Kick. Let's go ahead and leg sweep early. Swap with this mage and just kick it early too. But yeah, you don't really... You do your Tiger Palms for healing, but you do your base rotation for damage. You know what I mean? Like, if I had 6 stacks of aspect, or... Can't even think. Potential energy, I wouldn't just spam Tiger Palm trying to let that pulse of damage carry. You know what I mean? Like, the pulse of damage is nothing, but the healing is a lot. Like, it's a big proc heal. It's basically a Shayloon's, like... every Tiger Palm, right? So like here, see, none of these pools are really going to do much damage unless we let these volleys go off, but I'm not going to like purposefully let them go off. But I can just sit here and do some Enveloping Mists. Let's go ahead and... I do have a revival available. But you'll see, like, if you watch how I handle the first boss, you basically do your base rotation during the downtime, and then, like, 6 seconds before an alarming, or a Gauntlet Onslaught, or, like, a big damage moment from the boss, is when you spread those Enveloping Mists, and then do your Thunder Focus Tea Rising Sun Kick to enhance those, or extend those Enveloping Mists, and then you start your Tiger Palms, like, as the damage is actually happening. This next boss doesn't really have any big damage mechanics, but I'll show you this little mini boss here will do a big damage thing on pools, so I'll at least get to show you how your Tiger Palms can basically be a cooldown. Where's the tank? Oh, we're pulling more here. What are these? Just blood workers? Interesting. Just gonna spinning crank kick while we run. Might as well drink a bit. Casting a volley back there. Will that hit us? So, like, I have Envelop Mist on everyone, so I'm just Tiger Palming now during this swarm. Because this swarm requires me as a healer to pop a cooldown. But like I said, if you ramp your hots out before the damage, your Tiger Palm can literally be a cooldown if you have potential stacks. Makes sense. I was doing the standard Blackout Kick, Rising Sun Kick in those situations of ramp instead of doing more Tiger Bombs. I mean, if you're in your Chi-Ji, like if I was thinking, okay, for this upcoming boss mechanic, I'm going to Chi-Ji to deal with it, then you do keep your normal rotation. Like, you do your Chi-Ji rotation. But if you want to just hot up and not use a cooldown instead of that, then that's when you do it. Yeah, I feel like you get it. I feel like I'm over-explaining at this point, but if not, ooh. That is not good. I'd be happy to keep explaining or answering questions, I guess, to kind of supplement what I've said already. Okay, we have a B-Res out, but I'm just gonna go ahead and Chi-Ji. Okay, yeah, it looks like everyone's in here. Ooh, okay, our tank stepped out of the circle to do the frontal. That's definitely overkill. We don't need all that, but... And, like, right now, no one's taking damage. I could sit here and keep Enveloping Misting, but, like, it doesn't matter that much. I'm just going to sit there and do damage at the end of that Chi-Ji. Next patch, more cool Mistweaver to title than Mistweaver 3K on Xbox controller. That's what you should do in Midnight. How about this, Rob? Mistweaver to 3K with a Guitar Hero controller. How is that? Where does that rank in your cool scale? Because I can play... I have it set up to where I can play a Mistweaver on Guitar Hero controller. The downside is, on the Guitar Hero controller, there's only like 4 buttons that'll actually work. The rest of them, like, just don't work. But I could do some Xbox controller 3K pushing. I used to play Xbox, like, only before I built my computer. Straight up an Xbox gamer. I'm going to go ahead and pair that guy. I can't really kick him. And we have a Feral Druid. I figured the guy had so many dots on. Oh my god, look at that Feral Druid damage. It's insanity. And it's all boss damage too. That's crazy. He's like not even padding on the ads. He's like just doing ad damage, like good ad damage, but slamming the boss. The last time I played Feral Druid was in Shadowlands. It was still it was 100% a meme, but they had just given it that talent where you had an AoE spender and it applied your dot in AoE, but it also did very good damage in its first iteration. It was before they nerfed it. So it was like kind of weirdly an AoE spec. It was a dot spec, but it did a lot of AoE, like insane AoE. And I think you also, maybe their legendary back then also played into that, but I haven't really seen much Feral Druid in a long time. So I just don't, I'm surprised to see that they do big single target damage again. I'm just watching, making sure these casts don't get off, but if they do, I'm gonna Tiger's Lust the person that they root. Yeah, this boss really just doesn't do much damage unless you stand out here in the bad. Could you do Mistweaver 2 3K with feet while showing feet? That'd be pretty high on my list. Honestly, Nick, I'm oh, I thought someone fell through. I was like, why did we all stop here? I legitimately, if you go back to, I don't know if my VODs will still show, But when War Within Season 1 first started and everyone was doing, like, heroic raids and stuff, I'm going to pop Chi Chi here so I can... Oh, I thought I was going to have to run through this. That's not good. I'm just going to revival that. But I legitimately was playing WoW with my feet 100%. So I have a stream deck that I have basically down at my feet because I don't use it for the stream. I need to set it up for the stream, but this was back when like my hands were really hurting from the first time that we did the All Healers to 3K series. And I was just like so tired of playing. Like my hands were so sore of playing this game. So I set up a macro to cast Jadefire Stomp if it was available, or just spam spinning Grain Kick, and I would just press that like every 10 seconds, and it would literally just do that. It would just, ooh, God, I should be paying attention. It would just basically spam spinning Grain Kick, and that's how I did all my heroic dungeons, is I was playing with my feet. But no, will there be a foot cam? No. I mean, there could be, but I legit play with socks on all the time. I have literally house slippers on right now, so... I don't know if the foot cam would be as exciting as you would want it to be, Nick. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I know that is some of the worst news you could get. Also, we're going down the middle, so I'm going to have to do some big heals here. I also don't have Chi-Ji. Not the druid. Not the gumdrop buttons. Oh, on the flight home, you know, we were in Switzerland a lot, and then we were also in this like little town in Italy. And in that town, it was on a lake. So there were a lot of signs that said Duloc because there's like this French brand that made like a hotel there on the lake. And that's, I mean, Duloc means like of the lake. So, you know, also in Shrek, the town that Farquaad is or the big city, I guess the kingdom is the word. But the kingdom that Farquaad is the king of, or wants to be the king of, is Duloc. So we were just like, it was big Shrek vibes, okay? We were like all singing the Duloc Is song, like all that to say, we watched Shrek on the flight home. That was like the first thing we did. Our little in-flight, you know how like on long flights the seats have like a TV screen in the back of them? Well, our TV screen had Shrek programmed in the kids movie section, so we were like, yeah, me, my wife, and her mom all watched Shrek on the flight home. I don't know why I just went in. Oh, it's because I quoted the thing. Quoted the gingerbread man. Show my big toe on stream right now for one gifted sub. Fun fact, the last time I was away from my stream, it was because I went to Universal Studios in Florida, and I was getting off of a ride and like slipped, and there's like legit, if you picture like a helicopter propeller, not a propeller, I don't know, just picture like literally a metal blade sticking out from the wall. It was like right there where you step off, and it basically just said like, don't go this way, is all the sign said, but it was just literally a freaking metal blade pointing at you as you get off of the ride. Well, I slipped, and I went to go catch myself with my foot, and I sliced my big toe on that sign, on that little metal blade, and it was really bad. So I don't think I talked about it on stream, but yeah, I basically couldn't walk on that foot. Oh no, that's not good. I need a Shaylin's gift. I'm running freaking Big Showow's lesson for a reason. Haven't even used it. But yeah, I mean, now at this point it's healed, but yeah, my toe looked rough. So if you asked for a big toe stream or a big toe cam like a month ago, but now I could do some big toe streaming. How about that? Now we're all healed up. I hate how easy this boss is, because I'm not even paying attention. I'm like literally failing mechanics, and we're like so fine. No. Cut a hole in the socks at least, like that that like, what is it, that SpongeBob scene where he's learning how to drive in like one of the first episodes. That could be fun though. Pushing to 3K with my feet. It could be fun one season to do like a pushing to 3K with an Xbox controller, my feet, Guitar Hero controller, like doing all the weird ways to push to 3K. Will this catch me for the whole duration? Yes, it will. I mean, look, I say that I hate how nerfed this boss is, but really, I hated how strong this boss was back in its like OG, season. This boss was ridiculously hard. Especially because as a Mistweaver, it feels like sometimes you just can't use your cooldown. Because your cooldown makes you root immune. So, like, you kind of, like, right now I have to wait till after the singularity goes off to... Am I dead? No, I'm not. I got rooted inside the singularity. But, like, Chi-Chi makes this fight so awkward. Especially because I'm running Jade Bond, so I have, like, the long duration Chi-Chi. Yeah, this fight used to be crazy to heal. But now it is legitimately a joke. Alright, easy key out of the way. What do we get? What is this? Interesting. Okay, ooh, okay, now we have a 16 floodgate. Floor it. No, the camera will stay on my face. I used Transcendence on this boss, and it's literally brain dead. I love it. See, I would use Transcendence Transfer, but I am terrified that I'll mess it up. I don't even want to mess with it. But I know it's a very viable way to do it. Have you ever tried playing on the controller with the console port add-on? Might help with hand pain. So, no, so my hand pain's good now. I got this stuff that really helps. Like, I've literally only used it like 3 times, and it's basically reversed years worth of hand pain. I am not sponsored by these people. I just think it's very good. It's basically Advil that goes directly onto, like, you just apply, it's like a cream. You just apply it to like your hand, and it's made for arthritis. And I don't think I have arthritis, but I did have like very inflamed hands just from literally years of gaming, right? But no, just I applied that like once, and I was like, holy crap, this feels so good. And then it just the pain never came back, right? This boss is easy as a dwarf hunter. Literally needs 0 healing and spawn 0 bloods. So you just like dispel yourself as a dwarf, and then you just disengage out of the thing. Is that what you mean? You just like can avoid all the mechanics. Interesting. But now we have Floodgate. Floodgate's an actual key, but I do have a 15 Floodgate done, I think. We'll see. We're letting fate decide what key we go into next. Snuggle Kitty. I kind of do want Snuggle Kitty in here. 16 Floodgate time. Oh, I need to spin my crests before I forget. Show up. But Lucid Kassar, I think is your name. I haven't used an Xbox controller with that port, but I have used. I might have even made it into a video, or maybe I just streamed it one day for like an hour. But I did. I have a Guitar Hero controller, and I bought this little thing that lets me plug in my Guitar Hero controller into my computer, and I can play WoW with my Guitar Hero controller with that same port. But I've never done an Xbox controller. Let's see. Jadefire Stomp bound to a foot pedal. You gotta actually stomp to use it. Is hard AF. Dude, that's awesome. That's like the only way that you should play Mistweaver. Dude, this guy's done an 18 and then a 15. That's a weird like spread of key. We'll take him. So we have a nice little fizz comp-ish style thing going here. Be really nice if we got like a Guardian Druid, but I really don't trust Guardian Druids on Big Mama. I feel like they just get one shot. I feel like this boss is both easy and annoying to heal. That's just the perfect way to put it. Easy and annoying for sure. I currently play Mistweaver on controller, and it works really well once you get past the learning curve. Let's see. I don't have an Xbox controller, but I do have a Switch controller. Give me a second. Let me go find it. I have an Xbox controller down in my basement. I don't want to go downstairs. What all would you do? Okay, so you have 4 triggers. You have the D-pad. So like obviously your analog sticks would be for movement. But then you could do like Jadefire Stomp, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Rising Sun Kick as your A, B, X, and Y. And then, oh god, a Prot Paladin. Do we take the Prot Paladin? Or do we take the other Prot Paladin? I kind of want just the 2 higher item level one, to be honest. Oh, this really sketches me out for Big Mama, though. But how would you find all the keybinds on an Xbox controller? I guess you could do, like... I think from what I've seen of people who do play on controllers is you can set up like a thing where like if I do like right on the D-pad, it pops up like basically it swaps your bar. So basically your A, B, X, and Y do like 4 different things if you like cycle between bars. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying, but maybe it makes sense. I currently play... Oh, I already read that. What's the hardest key in your opinion this season? I personally, for me, it's 100% Priory. I cannot stand Priory, like, at all. It is easily, not just to me the hardest, but it's easily, like, my least favorite dungeon. Yeah, Ret Paladin, I know, it's, like, magical damage, because they have a talent that makes all their damage, like, holy damage, right? I don't know where it is, but it's something. It's like if they have like a 2-hand equipped or something. Where is it? But yeah, basically we have like 3 of us are Fizz boys, and then we have a Red Paladin. I mean, this is that guy that I didn't take a second ago. No, it's not. It's a different guy. Priory is objectively the hardest dungeon because it requires the most out of every roll. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's just... People really like to face tank the shouts, you know, like the disruptive shouts and stuff, instead of just LOSing those, and that just makes it rough. There's also a lot of kick responsibility, and then especially if you go right... The kicks on the boss are ridiculous. If you go left, the tank heal combo is ridiculous. Like, it does so much. Another 18. Hey, Kira smashing it. What 18 did you just do? I'm very curious. Final Fantasy 14 has that. It's like a dynamic action bar. Don't know if WoW can do something like... I know you can. You definitely can. Like this... You see here, it's very small on my screen, but there's this... I have my action bars disabled, but you can definitely cycle your action bars like that. It's just... It's not very popular. I don't know... Maybe someone here does it, but I don't know many people that do it. One of the worst... Yeah, the timer's pretty hard. I wouldn't say the worst. I definitely think, like... From my experience, I've noticed, like, Halls is actually a really hard timer. Floodgate's a pretty hard timer, too. Priory's a tough timer, but I don't think it's the hardest. It's definitely one of those where, like, if you have a few deaths, a few wipe, like, if you have a wipe, it's basically game over. But if the key's going, like, fine, I feel like the thing is, I feel like you could do a whole Halls key and have 0 deaths and still not time it, like, and do good damage and everything. Like, it's, I don't know. With all the healer changes currently on the Midnight Alpha, the one that still truly speaks to me gameplay-wise is Mistweaver, although the class fantasy is still a big miss for me. So if nothing big is coming in beta, I really don't know what to do. Flux 90. I feel like you know what to do. You definitely know what to do. The class fantasy might not be there. I know Monk doesn't really feel like it fits in this world. But just do it for Lily Stormstout. Do it. Think of her. Do it for her. She's so nice and she just wants you to play her spec, right? Okay, we're in a floodgate. I'm gonna go and repair. I don't have like all consumables. We should be fine. Baba Sarika says, off topic, but why is every monk player so cute and teddy bear coated? That's on topic. I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like it's just every time we look in the mirror, we just see just a big cuddle bunny, you know? Senna, of course, this is the time that you come into the stream, right? No, but we just like, we see that, and then like Monk gives off that same vibe, so we're just naturally drawn there, right? I'm gonna do a pull timer. I'm gonna take my medicine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Gambit, so not that hard. We brick the flood sadly on a miscom on grips. Oh, that sucks.
5, 4, 3.
Scuffy La King says, judging from your ability layout, there's no way to know what spec you are. Really? I feel like every time that I'm swiping on TikTok and I see someone who's streaming WoW, I'm behind here. This really sucks. I'm not gonna make it. I have to go this way. No, we butt pulled. I didn't butt pull. Someone else I think did. The snipers, yeah, the snipers are pulled. This might already be a wipe, to be honest. I'm gonna have to go out there and kick the trick shot. It looks like the tank noticed, so he might be throwing his... Yeah, I think he just threw his Avenger shield out there. But every time that I'm swiping on TikTok and I see someone streaming WoW, and I see like kind of some green on their screen, I'm like, hey, they might be a monk, you know, they could be like a hunter or a druid or something. But I always check, and the thing that tips me off on if they're a monk or a Mistweaver is the revival icon or Chi-Ji, like one of those two. Because Mistweavers always have that if they're doing Mythic Plus, right? I'm just going to spin and crank for damage. I'm not cute, I'm a black cat. Kira, maybe we grew up in different worlds, but any cat is cute. I don't know what you're on about. But what's up, Senna? Good to see you. Senna is one of my favorite people on the planet. A very kind friend of mine to support the stream. Yeah, you do it for Lily Stormstout for sure. Senna gets it. I feel like Priory Timer gets messed up early. Oh, 100%. But you might not know it yet. After first boss, there's less flexibility with pulls. The thing is, too, is like, depending on who your tank is, you can go literally one of two completely different routes, and they both have completely different percentages. So, like, you could feel fine, but, like, if you went left, it's a lot harder on the timer. Like, you know what I mean? So if you went left and you're like, oh, we have plenty of time, you could just not, because you have to make up a lot of percent later, you know? So, like, the direction your tank goes could really trick you. WTF. You heard it right, Senna. You heard it right. 4 melee double Shredinator, it's fine. We'll be okay. At least it's not a survival hunter. At least we're only at 4 melee. I've seen worse. I'm gonna shield here. I might have to cocoon the tank here too. We're just gonna send it. I'm also gonna Shao Owls and just zap something. Stun the wind-ups. Alright, we're kind of stabilized. I feel like 4 melee is like... I mean, the Shredinators do get annoying, but me being a monk, like, monks are so broken, honestly. It's such a slept-on talent, but the one that gives you, like, physical... I don't even know how it's worded nowadays. They've recently changed the wording on it, but it's Dance of the Wind or something like that. it basically can like make you almost immune to like physical damage every now and then, and it works really well on the Shredinators. Like, if you have it fully stacked up, basically, if you take a tick of the Shredinator, you barely take any damage for the first few ticks, and it gives you like plenty of time to react. So as a monk, I'm not as scared of that, but I am very scared of my party dying to it. Yeah. You never know with pugs. Uh-oh. Okay, I did overlap my kick. Dude, okay, so in our trip that me and my family just went on, we we started off in Switzerland, and it's my first time ever going to Switzerland. It will not be my last time. If you live in Switzerland, you're winning. Okay, that country is awesome. However, the hotel that we stayed in, like all hotels do like or I guess all hotels should do like a breakfast. And when I was like looking at the breakfast, I was like, I mean, this is just gonna be like food, right? It's not gonna like stand out much. It's literally just bread, like cheese and fruit, okay? Nothing like super crazy. There's not like a waffle maker, like any of those like crazy good things that you like look forward to at hotels. However, I guess I hadn't had a freaking pear since I was like a child. Dude, I've been sleeping on pears. Okay, pears are unreal. They had them at that hotel, and I was like, I might as well eat some fruit while I'm here. It's just because fruit, I guess I've heard is pretty good for you. I ate a pear, and I was like, this is probably the best thing I've ever eaten, and instantly like ate 2 more pears. Okay, pears are freaking unreal. So then, me and my wife, we got back. We were out of groceries because we've literally been out of the country. But we needed to go to the grocery store. I came home with a bag of, I kid you not, like 12 pears. Like, I'm literally a pear addict now. Those things are insane. So if you are looking for a fruit to add to your diet, I recommend pears, man. They're top tier. A juicy pear, yeah, a juicy pear is top tier. I can't speak. A juicy pear is top tier. Agree fully. Okay, this boss I really don't like. Also, that is such an unfortunate flamethrower on this boss. Ugh. Yeah, this chain pull's a little brutal. But luckily I got my Jade first on reset and we're chilling. Just gonna hang out back here. Not in a rush. I think we're making fine time. This is where you start to realize that like all melee is kind of awkward. It's like you're kind of all hunting down the same bombs. Okay, we're good. I like to try to save Chi-Ji for if, we don't fully get all the bombs, maybe. But I guess in a plus 16, you should just expect that you're going to get all the bombs. Like, you shouldn't play in such a way to where, like, you're expecting to not do mechanics, right, in a plus 16. You should expect that people are going to do mechanics. Which we have one more thing. Oh no. What the heck? I didn't even dispel him, did I? No, I put my Tiger's Lust on him. He must have bubbled? I'm guessing. Okay, well, Kiza says yes, 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 so had to have been a bubble. It's really nice that the hunter knows he's the only ranged, and he's getting, like, those really far out bombs. Because those worry me. Did I get to him? Yes, I did. This boss always stresses me out, man. You know, I considered, like, do I even want to do more keys on my Mistweaver, or do I just want to do, like, Resto Shaman, or Resto Druid keys? Because Resto Druid is a lot of fun this tier. It's really good, right? So I was kind of excited to play some Resto Druid keys at the end of the season, and, like, actually get invited to keys and stuff. But then I was like, you know what? Mistweaver's so much fun. I gotta play some Mistweaver. And I'm happy with my decision. Clean! 0 deaths. Do you want to see a cool trick? Some spicy tech? You can survive one bomb going off as long as everyone's topped up, especially on a 16. Yeah, super easy. I popped Chi-Ji and I popped Fort Brew, and it felt like I was at 100% health the whole time. I think I've survived a 2-stack once, but it was with like Trinket, Chi-Ji, and Revival. And it was in a much lower key. I don't know how low of a key. There's a lot of stuff you can cheese with Dance of the Wind. Yeah, it's sick. It was even better like last season because like, yeah, it can cheese so much, but like, it's almost that it can cheese too much. You know what I mean? I know that doesn't really exist, but it can cheese so much that like you're always using it. Like a lot of times it's just put on cooldown by like random stuff, right? I'm gonna leg sweep here. Oh, I overlapped with the Paladin's blind thing. But like last season, there was like a lot less that it cheesed, but the things that it did cheese were like really big, important stuff. So, for example, in Theater of Pain last season, you could basically just like face tank like all the mini bosses mechanics, and like they did no damage to you, which was really cool. I need to cocoon the tank here. Watch that frontal. Okay. Coming up on like this dungeon's about to get real. But yeah, Dance of the Wind's crazy. It's such a stupid talent. And you know, only monks know how strong it is, right? Like I know how crazy strong Monk is, but I feel like people who don't play Monk, but to be fair, like every spec has some stupid stuff that they're doing, right? Especially like DKs. Everyone knows how broken Death Knights are. What's AMS? That button should not exist, right? I hate having a prop paladin on this boss. It's like their health bar actually moves. Gotta target this guy. I'm on Big Mama. I left the phase, I think. We gotta be careful because it can like mess you up if you do that. Okay, let's go and get some Enveloping Mist spread. Ooh, I got to Chi-Ji here because our Rat Paladin grabbed aggro. That really sucks. So basically, I just wasted Chi-Ji for like the entire boss encounter. We might be okay. I'm gonna have to like really cheese my Thunder Focus Teas for healing. Like I have max vitality. I have almost 2 full charges of what's it called? But I'm like not even gonna Thunder Focus Tea. Okay, now I need to Enveloping Mist. I have my shield. I have Shayloons. Whoop! Touch of death. Okay, I got like, what was that? Blessing of, or Spell Ward or something. I got something from a Paladin. Probably the tank Paladin. He used some spice on me, but that's pretty nice. Because then I was just able to cocoon someone else. And then basically 2 of us were immune there, and the other one's a tank, so it was just like healing 2 people. Okay, now I'm going to actually use my Thunder Focus Teas. Gotta kick that. Because I have Chi-Ji ready. The thing is, do I want to save Chi-Ji for upstairs? Probably not, because I have a lot of stuff upstairs. I'll have a Revival, a lot of Jade Lightning charges. Just gonna Revival here. Yeah, okay. I'd rather have Chi-Ji upstairs than Revival. Also, if I Revival now, it's more likely to be up downstairs for these guys. Keys done for the day. How'd the Mindy P go? I mean, the thing is, like, I'm in a 15 and a 16, it's not really gonna come up. You know what I mean? Like, it'll probably come up on next boss. It would have come up on this boss had I been able to use my cooldowns how I wanted to, but we're still just not at that key level where it's gonna come up, you know? This is interesting. We pulled everything up. We really need to kill the Blood Warper. I feel like with all these distractions, no one's really focusing it. It's a fat lay on hands. Die, Blood Warper. Okay. We're chilling. Yeah, I've never had all... Basically, we pulled everything downstairs, upstairs. I pulled, like, some upstairs, but I've never seen this much pulled all the way up here. Forgot to say, details doesn't track. Yeah, it's really hard to see how much Mending Proliferation's doing until it really starts to matter, you know what I mean? Plug the log in a WoW analyzer or something to see the contribution it actually does HPS-wise. But not as a breakdown, yeah. I figured as much. Okay, I don't have Chi-Ji just yet, but we can delay with CC. I'm gonna get the first stun off early, just to like kind of snipe it. I'm gonna Chi-Ji now. Holy AoE! What is this damage? Got 3 people doing 17 million. These guys are melting. I guess this pool's not a problem when everyone just giga cranks. Tracking on a separate part of cell. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I should do that. Definitely should be doing that. For sure, I agree there. The thing is, like, I'm worried about mana on this boss with this build. So when we're pulling 3 crabs in... I guess the crabs will give us good lightning chains. Kind of just want a spinning crane kick here. to not be using these stacks. Oh, ooh, cocoon. If I had a cocoon there, tank's dead. For sure. Okay, we got crabs popping here. I'm gonna pseudo-miss this guy because he is sketching me out. Those pinches on top of the tank buster from the boss is sketchy. Okay, now I should be kind of caught up here. I have Chi-Chi coming off cooldown here if I need it, but I shouldn't. Yeah, our Shayloons, the 3 targets that it hit, were all 3 of the DPS, which is absolutely perfect. Yeah, I'm going to Chi-Chi this coming up, so I'm just going to sip up a bit. Okay, our tank got clipped. Yeah, see, I wish I was tracking mending proliferation. It would be so satisfying here to be able to see that. Okay, I don't really have much here except for Tiger Bomb and my shield. Hey, Tiger Bomb's enough. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Easy peasy. I didn't even have to use my shield. And I finished with half mana. 38, 8, 5, 10, I don't know why I'm reading it like that. That was the weirdest way to read a number. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the spell ID. Okay, I'll plug it in. You may see after the stomp part is done because it gives you like 7 seconds. So yeah, a lot of downtime there. But here in a plus 16, like, I knew we would kill the boss before, like I would run out of mana. So, but in a higher key, I definitely would use that downtime. But here, I just wanted to keep permanent uptime, you know what I mean? Just gonna go ahead and stun. Okay, I have Revival here. Just gonna send it. And now I need to cycle as many Rising Sun Kicks as I can. Okay. We're chilling. Ooh, the hunter sketched me out how close he got over here. Okay, we're pulling up. Ooh, I'm gonna have to Chi-Chi here. We might be skipping. I wonder if we're skipping the double mini boss. I'm hoping we are, because I Chi-Chi'd already. But I'm going to try to end this pool with some resources available, just in case. Let's see, I have diffuse magic. Oh, frontal, don't hit me. Spare me. Okay, so we are not skipping. Okay, so need a Shaylins here. Gotta be extra careful. I don't have much. Okay, I need to take this next movement to get some enveloping mist off. Okay, what do I have here? I have Chi-Ji in 15 seconds, which is very unfortunate. We'll sip up. I think he's watching my Chi-Ji timer. I'm guessing is why he's waiting to pool. Okay, we got Chi-Ji. We're so fine. I'm just going to Chi-Ji this first one, make it super easy. Then I can shield the double dot if I need to. Can also Shayloons it. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Will that stun me? I rolled right through it as it spawned. Okay, it looks like we're good. I'm gonna go try to get like one of these far ones. Okay, I guess I'm going over here. Ooh, that was really close. I don't know why I just did that for science. Okay, here we're gonna Shaylins and use my trinket. We did just get... What spell is that? That's got to be like a prop paladin spell. Okay, I went with revival instead of our trinket, because our trinket's better at dealing with this double dot in a pinch than revival is. And like, oh, the tank. Oh no. So I pop my trinket here to put a shield on whoever's off tanking right now. Oh no, okay. Okay, I just need to pocket heal the tank a bit. What the heck? It just jumped through a puddle. We have plenty of time, just gotta keep the tank alive. Oh my goodness, tank, you are selling, dude. You are absolutely selling. This is crazy. Dude, our tank is selling. Okay, we do have another B-Res out. Now, we have all 5 members again. We're fine. But now if our tank dies, we're screwed. I'm just going to cocoon the tank here for the buster. Okay, super chill. What was that? How did I get complete 5 Mythic Plus dungeons as a quest done right now? This late in the season. Hey, we take that, though. What did our key become? A 17 Eco Dome. That's pretty huge. I had a pool on this the other day where I missed the last puddle, and it despawned. Had to heal the AoE with a spark chasing you around. Oh my god, what spec were you, M. Grant? Were you Mistweaver? Can I play Shaman? I can play Shaman. If you're new to the channel, by the way, it might be in the description, but let me go and pull up my Raider IO. If you're new to the channel, Renato, we have done all healers to 3K, and I made it into a series, and it's a pretty fun series to watch, I think. You know, without tooting my own horn, right? But definitely go check it out. I pushed all healers 3K, including Resto Shaman, and enjoyed it a lot. Enjoyed it a lot. But it's in my playlists on my channel if you want to find it. 6 million HPS Swamp Face, no healer lust, easy peasy. Is that what I did? That's fake news, right? 6 million HPS? Or is that what you did? How do I see that? Let's see. Just Swamp Face. Swamp Face boss. I mean, it's pretty crazy. The series has sustained me through work on many boring mornings, Kira. I'm sorry that your mornings are boring, but I'm glad that I could provide at least an ounce of entertainment. Voidweaver Priest. Oh man. Luckily still have my CDs up. Yeah, but like you had to be like stutter stepping constantly. And as a priest, like you can't like do some burst movement. You like literally just like step and let it hop to you, then cast and step, smite. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is obnoxious. Also, I know it's a little dark in here. I have my ring light on, but I have it really like turned away from me. I just didn't want any like aggressive lighting on my first stream back. I'll kind of like every time I stream, I'll turn it more toward me. So during the next stream, it'll definitely be brighter in here. Let's see. All right. So I got a 17 Ecodome. Dude, honestly, like, we're slamming keys today. I did not expect to get, like, any IO today, to be honest. Which is pretty nice. How many keys do I have toward my vault? 5 done. Very nice. Let's spin some crests. Spin what we can. Yeah, but for those who are just joining us or don't really know what's going on, today is just like me getting back into the hang of things, just streaming, honestly getting used to talking again. I'll be real. But starting, I think on Wednesday, I'll have it posted in my Discord for sure. But me and another streamer named Definitely Not Vlad are doing a series together where we're role swapping and pushing, basically. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we're going to start on this Wednesday. So definitely stay tuned. We're going to be co-streaming with him. He's super chill. Like, honestly, he's super chill. Me and him were in a Discord call, and we were both just, like, cracking each other up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely think so. So that's what's going to be happening, like, in the next, like, few weeks and so on. So I'm super excited for that. Super grateful to Vlad for, like, extending an arm to a smaller streamer. That's just, like, the coolest thing a big streamer can do, right? But, yeah, like I said, I'll have like the for sure dates and times and everything posted in my Discord as we kind of finalize some things. Do I want to upgrade this necklace? I guess so. That kind of sucks though. It does kind of suck. Okay. Yeah, super exciting. I will be playing a DPS spec. Part of me kind of wants to tank, but I've already tanked. Like I have a prot warrior that I've been pushing a little bit, like in my own time. But it's going to be a super fun series. I'm going to be posting like a video of it like every day after the stream and stuff. What 50% is insane is that new 50%. What's 50%? What am I missing? I think it's time for LBN to get triple threat. It's funny you say that because I think I might already have it. Because I have all the healers 3K, but I also have this random prot warrior that I play on. It's not loading on this Raider IO for some reason. And then when me and Vlad do our series, I'll be pushing a Frost Death Knight, and that'll be what's called my DPS. So I'll have all that done. But yeah, I'm just gonna pull up the prot warrior really quick. I don't remember what IO it was. Oh, 50% is that new or those sandals you have? So, Tony, the percent that it buffs your Reshi wraps goes up based on the like tier it is. So, I have the mythic boots from the mythic boss. So, it's 50. I think the heroic is like 40, normal's 30, LFR's 20, I think. But yeah, that's I think that's how that works. But let's see. My Prot Warrior, I've done 2,500. Okay, I'm 1 key away from all tens, which is what triple threat is. So I'm 1 key away. All I have to do is tank a 10 Priory to get the tank side out of it or out of the way. And then once me and Vlad do the series, we'll have triple threat done. But yeah, I haven't done any DPS keys. But we're gonna be starting a new Death Knight character. I already have the name picked out. Let me see how many characters. Okay. Let's see. I think this subscribe please is my longest one, so. Okay, yeah, there's enough characters. The name is complete nonsense, but I just like thought of it while I was in the shower the other day, and I was like, that's the name. That's it. Just one with shaman. So you're saying you want me to do a shaman key? Let's see. I don't know. When's the last time I logged into the shaman? I might even still have that last vault available. Renato Fonseca. I've I butchered that. We'll see. We'll see what I have. Yeah, of course, Sony. But that boss is pretty gnarly on Mythic. If you haven't seen it, the Soul Hunters guy, the triple boss is pretty crazy on Mythic. Let's see. Do I even have a vault on this character? It's been a minute. Oh, I guess I did crack the vault for some reason. I don't even know why. I don't have a key. Let's see. What's a dungeon I could do? Let's do Halls of Atonement. I haven't done that. I kind of miss that dungeon, which I feel like is a pretty masochistic thing to say. Let's do it. Look for a Halls 14, just to have some prog coming in, if there is one. Okay, there's only 13. What's another dungeon? I don't miss any of these dungeons. Maybe Dawnbreaker? Dawnbreaker's fun. It's hard, though. And I'm basically going to be shaking off the rust as we go. This guy's doing 21s. Good for them. 15 halls. I'll queue up. We'll see if we get in. Watch me get into this 15 on this freaking character. I can imagine I don't touch raids. Well, I mean, honestly, the heroic version's just fine. Like, legit. It's super cool. Oh, no. Oh, no. Triple threat progress reset with turbo boost. Oh, man. Well, hey, at least I enjoy playing my prop paladin. It's a good time. Shaman, no more min DP play. We're kind of like winding down. I can already tell I'm getting very tired. And me, like, I basically, I was asleep an hour and a half from now yesterday. Like, I was out an hour and a half ago. Or 22 and a half hours ago. So I am like, I can tell I'm gonna be like very tired here soon. So I need to wind down. And also, Renato wanted to see some Restoration. But yeah, the Mistweaver, we're not done with it. The Min DP play was pretty fun, not gonna lie. It didn't really come up too often. Like, it didn't have such an impact, but it was still super, super fun. Next time you take your druid into Tazvesh or Halls, try out Dream of Cenarius. Super fun and effective. Nyceria, remind me which one is Dream of Cenarius. Isn't that the one where it's kind of like a little mini Ancient Teachings, right? Or am I thinking of the wrong talent? I feel like Dream of Cenarius is that, right? I just need a 14. Do I have an Ecodome 14? I don't. Alright, Ecodome. It's a quick one. I swapped from tank to healer, And I like Druid and Shaman. I can't play Paladin. I don't like Holy Power. Hey, I feel you there. I feel you there. I definitely know that that is like the most frustrating part of Holy Paladin is like an alternate resource. Um, okay, I might just have to queue up for a 13. Let's just do it. Let's just get into a key. But yeah, which one is Dream of Cenarius again? I'm blanking on the name. What IO or what item level is this? Dude, this character's 709. This can't be real. Do I have any crests? I have no crests. Oh my goodness. This just goes to show how crazy strong Shaman is. Because I got this character to 3k way quicker than the other ones. But you're saying, okay, so Tazavesh or Halls? I'm curious, though, what makes it effective? Because Nyceria, I don't know why I just pointed out my monitor, but Rookery, I know Rookery was a really fun dungeon for Dream of Cenarius, specifically because the final boss had that, like, damage amp phase, where you were doing, like, giga damage, so you would wrath spam, they would each hit for, like, 2 million, and then you would heal your allies for, like, full health with every wrath. So I know, like, there are some moments where Dream of Cenarius has, like, an obvious use like that, where you have, like, a damage amp. But I'm blanking on why Dream of Cenarius is, like, good in those dungeons specifically. Is it just because there's, like, some downtime? Is it just because, like in Halls, the first boss, you literally barely have to heal? So you can just spam damage to heal it? Or what am I missing there? Also, what dungeon I just queued up for, like, a... Was it Ecodome? Oh my gosh, it has been a very long time since I've played this spec. I don't even remember my keybinds. If I need to heal 2 people and I don't have Holy Power, it takes a bit more to heal and I let people die. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean the spec is very heavily centered around like Beacon of Virtue and Holy Shock, and yeah, it has like a weird learning curve for sure. I think you're right to start with like Resto Druid or Shaman right now. I think Resto Shaman is just like generally the easiest healer, but like right now Resto Druid's so crazy that it's a fine healer to start with. There's just not a ton of damage going out, like 90%. Yeah, I guess so. There's a lot of downtime where you just get to spam Wrath and stuff. Or I guess if you're cat weaving, what does Dream of Cenarius heal off of with cat weaving? I know it heals off of Star Surge, Starfire, Wrath.
4,
But is it just like Ferocious Bite and Swipe and Shred? Or what does it heal with? Oh, I need to do all my pre-key things.
4,
Water Shield,
2, 1.
Earth Shield. I'll have to Earth Shield the tank once we catch up. Also our Lust. You do Lust the first pool, right? I click Lust. I'm running Cloud. Oh, that's not good. My Cloud Burst popped. Should go and put down another one. Go and put down a stun. Do an Ancestral Swiftness so that we can just blast these Chain Lightnings. Ah, dude, Resto Shaman's so fun. I have my damage done showing overall, which is an oopsie on my part. Maybe we can change it and not die. Very nice. What's my Ascendance keybind? don't even know. I'm afraid to test it because I don't really need it right now, but probably need it here once these guys die. I'm going to Cloud Burst. Just have that down, storing up some healing. Get all of our ancestors out. I'm gonna pop that Cloud Burst.
The devourers seem to be coming.
Dude, the spec's crazy, man.
Stop them at the source, so we can return our attention to Force Trial.
I'm all not playing Mistweaver. This is your backup if they murder Mistweaver in Midnight? No. We had a request to play a Shaman Key, but I've been playing Mistweaver all day, having so much fun, honestly. And look, a lot of people are going to be down. People are always going to be down on their spec for whatever change happens. Like, there are going to be people who like the changes, people who dislike the changes. I can already guarantee you, I am someone who likes the Mistweaver Midnight changes. So I will be playing that spec regardless, I think. So you got nothing to worry about there. But we're just kind of just like vibing today. Just vibing. We've been playing Mistweaver the whole stream, though. So if you want to watch the Mistweaver gameplay, I actually got some IO today, which I was not expecting. Usually this late into the season, it's just like, you don't know what to expect, right? But, yeah, honestly, the keys went pretty well. Granted, they're not like super insane keys. They're not like plus 20s and stuff. I'm not there yet. I haven't really pushed on the monk at all this season, really. But, we did like a 16, slammed it. Did some 15, slammed them, so I call that a pretty successful time. The spec is so dumb, dude. Just spamming Chain Lightning, doing 1.75 million. I like the punchy kicky side of Mistweaver. It seems like they are trying to get so they in the notes. I feel like a lot of people are worried that they're going to get that playstyle, but in the notes they said, look, I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but they said we're going to keep an eye and make sure that like Ancient Teachings is still outperforming a Mythic Plus, but we do want to make that other playstyle more viable. So like it's going to be, the caster playstyle is going to be more viable than it is currently, but it's definitely not going to outshine the traditional punchy kicky. You know what I mean? I can find where they basically said that in the notes, but they were literally like, hey, we're making caster more of a thing, but it's not going to be the thing, But I know a lot of people are dooming the playstyle. That's a weird spot to drop that. What is going on? These are weird drops. No, but I get it. I definitely get it. I hope Mistweaver stays fun at midnight. I'm having a blast with it right now, but I'm glad I get to push keys in this iteration. It seems like the most complex Mistweaver's been in a while. It's like, I agree that it is very complex, but it's a good complex. Like, I think Mistweaver has been, honestly, I think Mistweaver's been more complex in the past, but it was like a unnecessary complexity. You know what I mean? Whereas this complexity feels like, it feels good. It's like a nice balance of complexity and, I don't know. It's like the complexity is there to min-max, not to be the base kit, Those placements look like a 2-key. I know, right? It is. This is what I was expecting to see all day, where people just, like, go crazy with their mechanics and stuff. But honestly, today I've had some pretty good key pushing. I actually don't hate that placement that the DK did. But yeah, the priest placement was weird. Yeah. Complexity is rewarding. It feels like good to play. Hold on, let me heal this. I feel like we can just focus boss now, right? Feels good to play, even though I feel like Resto Druid quite often. Yeah, I mean, it really does suck. Look, I made a video where I was like, I wish that Mistweaver had a button where you could just press one button, kind of like Shayloon's, and it just auto-spread Enveloping Mist. And everyone was like, oh, that's what J-Bond literally does. And, like, yeah, every 2 minutes, like, you don't That's not what I'm talking about. I wish that there was like a 30-second, like every time you press Thunder Focus, everyone gets an enveloping mist or something, you know, something. But I guess I don't know. I guess Jade Bond is that, but it does feel like you do have to spread enveloping mist like more often than I would prefer. Like at that point, I wish if I'm going to be spreading enveloping mist, I just want to be playing caster. You know what I mean? But oh my gosh, there's a hidden puddle here. Goodness gracious, almost just inted. Yeah, I definitely think the whole like, hey, spend 5 seconds ramping up every 10 seconds in Mythic Plus, it does get old. I'll admit that. But I don't know. I definitely like the talent that like buffs your ancient teaching ceiling. I think that's a super sick talent. So like that's one reason alone to keep playing. Or oh, we're gonna have to Spirit Link here because I have aggro. I'm also gonna knock up and then run. But that talent alone is like a reason why I think people are dooming so much about the normal punch kicky build when they shouldn't be. Okay, I found my Ascendant Ski Vine at the perfect time. Spec's crazy, man. But I'm really excited. For those that don't know, the beta is opening up on November 11th. So basically a week from tomorrow. Not basically, literally a week from tomorrow. So in a week, or in 8 days, I will be playing on the beta. I did spend a lot of money on getting the beta access. I did the whole epic version to guarantee that I get access. And so I'll be doing a lot of healer streaming, testing all the nine on the beta once I get access to it, or once that access opens up, basically. And I do plan on doing a lot of like tinkering with UI. I know a lot of people are rightfully worried about the UI changes coming in Midnight, so I'm going to be testing all that with healers, trying to get it all pretty and figure out what you can and can't do once that opens up. I'll be testing every hero talent tree, every change, everything, and all the healers. Cranking out all the videos once the beta comes out. Only beta I've ever gotten to was on Lich King. Oh, interesting. I bet that was a sick time to play. Getting beta access to see the Lich King for the first time. Well, I guess you don't. They don't let you see the final boss in beta, right? But still, Wrath looks like such a fun time. I kind of wish that I did play Classic when they added Wrath, because it's just so cool. I love, like, when I start a new character, I love leveling in Wrath, because it just feels like what you envision when you think of WoW, you know? But no, unfortunately I did not play back then. Dude, why can't Mistweaver spread HOTS like Ardruid? I mean, in Raid it definitely can, dude. It's the Yulon build in Raid can spam some HOTS around. But I get what you mean. I think that take Resto Druid's current tier set and just give it to Mistweaver somehow, and then that would be a sick iteration of Mistweaver. Just basically say like, hey, every time that you cast a mist hot, you have a chance to just spread a new hot onto them, and you just like have a billion hots spreading around on your raid. That'd be sick. Drew's got Typhoon as a new spell, and it was bugged. So if you macroed... macroed it to your action bar. It was spammable with no CD or even GCD and affected bosses. Oh my god, that's so toxic. Because then you could just perma, perma. Wait, typhoon or typhoon's a knockback. So you could just perma knockback the boss. Could you just knock them off a platform? Was that something or no? That's stupid. Like, actually stupid. Okay, I'm gonna healing tide to him here. Because I need to press that button eventually. I'm gonna use my cast while walking button. Get some riptides around. Nice. Alright, this is like super chill. I see why people are pushing on the Resto Shamans. I get it. I was soloing a raid boss when they hotfixed it, got my face splatted. Oh man, good. Good. You abuser. No, I'm just kidding. That's crazy though. Oh, I'm supposed to lust, right? I'll wait till the scary phase. Do I just go ahead and send it now? Yeah, it'll last through the scary phase. Oh, I've lusted at the worst time. Can y'all tell I've literally been out of the country for 2 weeks? I haven't logged into WoW in a week and a half. I totally lusted at the worst time. That was an embarrassing lust. The boss literally takes reduced damage right now. This is when I meant to lust for. Do we still have lust? I don't even know. That was the worst lust in the history of all lusts. But at least I know it. I'm gonna blame it on the tank somehow. Just type tank WTF. Uh-oh. Just put down the panic button. Dude, Spiritling Totem is... It's not real. It's actually just not a real thing. How was the vacation, and why is Arsham so boring now? The vacation was fantastic. Lots of family time, lots of time with my in-laws. So just loved just spending time with them. My mother-in-law, both of my in-laws, honestly, are just like literally the picture perfect in-laws. Like they couldn't. You know how like every movie paints in-laws in like the worst light? Take that, flip it, and reverse it, and that's my situation. So. Just lots of laughs, like so much laughs. Lots of pretty pictures. It was just beautiful, good food. Can't complain. Why is Resto Shaman boring now? I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of what makes Resto Shaman fun for me is Chain Heal. I think Chain Heal's a really fun button to press. I don't know why. It's literally just a healing spell, but it's really fun for me to press. And like since you don't really press it too often. It's not like you don't really get use out of that. And then I really, really like Acid Rain. So I love doing big Acid Rain damage, big Chain Lightning damage, and then big Chain Heal healing. And really right now all you get is like one of those things and Chain Lightning damage. And the Chain Lightning damage doesn't really feel rewarding because you're just spamming it, you know? I think that's kind of the gist of why it feels different now to like, you know, semi-recent history. Wow. Tank, you good? I know that tank was clinched. I was clinched on his behalf. Alright, we're fine. But, like, I love Acid Rain. I feel like it's the most satisfying damage that you can do in the entire game. It's basically like, you know, Frost Mage. The reason why a lot of people love Frost Mage is because Blizzard is just so satisfying. It's literally just a circle, but it just rains down damage. It's same with Destruction Warlock. People love, what's it called, like Rain of Fire or something? People love that spell. People love that kind of damage. And Resto Shaman literally has it. So, the fact that you don't press Healing Rain ever with Farseer is pretty lame. A lot of people like it, but they're crazy. I don't know what they're on. I think it is easily just the most satisfying way to do damage. Do I have Healing Rain? I don't even have it talented right now, which is a big shame. A reverse of Meet the Fock. Hey, well, I guess to be fair, Meet the Fockers, the girl's dad was a pretty bad in-law. Fantastic movie, by the way. But the mom was pretty great in that movie, right? It's been a while since I've seen it. But her mom was pretty good. But yeah, it's almost like, you know, Ben Stiller's parents, how like awesome they were. I mean, I guess your definition of awesome. It's basically like a realistic version of that, right? Not really. That's the worst. No. Now that I'm thinking of who they were as people, it's not like that at all. But no, yeah. Basically the opposite of that, for sure. Let's get our ancestors out to help us. And we just spam damage. What was our death in this dungeon? Oh, it was on the first pool, right? Like, the warrior died, maybe? Alright. Super chill. Inky Black Potion, please save your eyes. Oh, man. That would be nice here. That would be nice. I mean, I don't really play with my settings on, like, a high brightness or anything. So it's not crazy, but I guess it would save y'all's eyes, right? TBC was the sweetest time to go in and level from the start. The feeling entering Portal with 1,000 people in front. So I've seen like clips of that when that portal was first, and there was like some kind of world event where like everyone had to like kill so many ads that came from the portal and stuff. So like everyone was just like out there killing a bunch of stuff. I've seen clips of that. Maybe I'm like saying it wrong, but apparently that was a really fun time to play. Do you think there are personality traits that are common among people who play healers? For example, high altruism. I'll have to look up the definition of altruism, to be honest. But, you know, it's funny you asked that, because I definitely think that there is a stereotype for Resto Druid people. The average Resto Druid, they're all the same. In the past, like, 5 guilds that I've been in, the Resto Druid player is the exact same person. They're just, like, this, like, goofy, like, stoner, like... like meme lord kind of person. It's literally the same in every guild I've been in. But I think like there are like general characteristics that you can find among healer players. I definitely think there's like a lot of healer players are like just generally super chill people. I'm sure maybe most of you guys are that. I feel like that's what most of the healers fall under. There's definitely like this turbo elitist group of healers, you know what I mean? Like, I can definitely think of a bunch of people who are turbo elitists that play healer. And then, but I think it's mostly like, though, and then I definitely think there's like a lot of really smart people. Like, if you're just like super high IQ, I feel like there's higher chances of you playing healer. Like, I know some of my guildies are just like some very smart. Like Shamrock. Shamrock is the Resto Shaman in my guild. He also streams and a high key pusher. You can just tell that dude is a genius, you know. Very smart person. Same with there's another YouTuber who I don't know if they're still making content. I haven't seen their content in a while. But back in like late Dragonflight, I saw a couple of their videos and talked to him. He's actually super chill too. I was scared to talk to them because I was like, I don't know what kind of vibe to get from them. But then I messaged him and he was actually really cool to talk to on Discord. But there's this guy called Just Discipline. Maybe any of you that have ever played like looked up any videos about Disc Priest, no, have seen their videos, but Just Disciplined is like basically Discipline's version of Shamrock. Like they're just super smart. Like I can say firsthand, I have talked to both of these people. They're like big brain geniuses. They're very smart. They're both super fun to talk to, like super chill people. So I think those, like, that's like a subcategory of who plays healer, right? You know, as much as you're probably sitting in your chair like I am thinking, like, I wonder which of those categories I fall under. Unfortunately, I know for a fact I don't think I fall under the super genius category of healer player, which is big sad. I wish I could say I did. I know some of you are probably like, I think I'm that one. I think I'm the super genius. And you know what? Good for you. I know Kira's probably under that. I know Ceiling Panda for sure is under the super genius category of healer player. But me literally saying I don't know what altruistic means, I know I've heard it. I just don't know the exact definition. That kind of automatically disqualifies me, right? Oh, Just Discipline is also really good. I don't know if he still plays, but really, yeah. I honestly, I haven't like